2. Jay, what is going on? What's going on, chat? What's up with y'all? You already know. It's time for week 10 waiver wire pickups and some fantasy football. How's it going, Jay? How you doing?
Man, I'm all right, man. Sitting here on this Tuesday night watching this little election joint, you know what I'm saying? Trying to peel through the phone and figure out what kind of waivers we're going to give y'all tonight. It's not a whole lot out there, man. It's looking real scarce, or
Yeah, man.
sparse rather, in the waiver
Good.
wire field. So hopefully you all have your teams intact by now because last weekend was a little better than this weekend. Um, how you living, man? How you feeling tonight?
Like you said, on this Tuesday, just going up, Uh, you already know,
Hey.
just like you, looking at this waiver wire, it is pretty thin. I think we discussed or I brought up about, right before we went live, a lot of it's probably just going to be like spot starts or, if you got it's bye week time. So, like I said, spot starts. And then maybe if you got a spot in there left, maybe just pick up a little player that you think it might be a sleeper later on. You never know the way this season is going or panning out as we go. And then we will also discuss what is it? Start in sits for week 10.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hold on, let me do a little editing this caption here real quick.
Yeah, man. So as you all remember, we hit up the fair a couple
Oh
days ago,
yeah.
NC State Fair. So stay tuned. That video is dropping any day now.
Yeah, it's gonna be
So
definitely
y'all,
by the next time we get on.
some of the
By
good
next
ones y'all
Tuesday,
got.
by next Tuesday, by next Tuesday.
You know, work in progress, man.
What are we doing?
Man, are you watching any of the election stuff, man?
I'm not. I mean, I'm dabbling in it I'll look it up.
Something like a whooping right now, man. Something like a whooping.
Did you put
Kind of
something?
like a whooping that the Panthers had to put up on them Saints last Sunday.
Yeah,
Did you
like
see
it's
that? I
yeah,
didn't know.
like
I ain't hear nothing from you, so I ain't know if you saw the game or not.
you act like it was a whooping. Like it was a little.
Hey,
It was just like it was probably it was
anytime the
man.
Panthers
It was
win,
a it was
I'm
a
gonna have to put
it was a whooping with the pants on. You act like the pants was off.
yeah,
You act
with
like
the hand too.
the
With the
yeah
hand
like
too.
yeah
Not
like
even go. Just a quick in the grocery store.
it was with a
Get your
finger,
stuff together
bro.
real quick.
You
Get your
know,
stuff together.
a little tap.
Hey, it made noise though. A little rearrangement in the staffing down there in New Orleans. Get the coach up out of there, man. Bryce did that. Bryce, man, he still not
Yeah, he
good,
over
but
there smiling on the sidelines like he
he's
good.
in there. He better than Derek Carr. Yo, did you see
Yeah,
Michael Thomas?
I know I did.
Yo, God,
Hey, but he
boy,
been like that though. He stayed talking on there. Like that ain't his only crash out. He stayed talking
jeez,
on there.
that was brutal.
That should be funny.
Brutal. Just dragging him.
You know how you got the memes that say like you would like what you gonna call it? You would get like $1 million or something if you like stay off the internet for like this amount of time.
Mhm,
Nah, bruh.
mhm.
Nah, the internet too funny. the internet
Nah,
too.
I could do it.
The internet
I
too
could
funny.
definitely.
The
I'm
internet too
down.
funny. The
Matter of
internet
fact,
too funny.
it was this yogurt company a few months back that had offered one of them challenges, but you had to like write an essay, and I wrote one, man. I sent it in. They ain't even get your boy right though. It was like
Oh,
50,000 for like 30 days. I was like, man, bet. Get a little track phone to make the calls. Good on it. You gotta learn.
yeah.
gotta let the internet go sometimes, even though we up on here right now.
We up on it.
Yeah, man. So let's go ahead and do a little light kickoff, man. A super light kickoff, because we got the waivers this week or this Tuesday night. Um, I want to make some selections for Wednesday morning if you have to. So quarterbacks being the first and foremost. It's not a whole lot out there. If you don't already have a quarterback, you're probably looking rough anyway. Um,
So
Aaron Rodgers, I think, is only in like 70% of leagues or something like that. So if you could get an Aaron Rodgers to fill up a buy, hopefully you're not looking for one. Hopefully you haven't held on to a quarterback for no reason.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Like you only in a 10 to 12 man league, you should have your quarterback for real.
if you
But
want to talk, so I mean, before you continue, the quarterbacks that are definitely rostered that are on the buy is J Love, Geno Smith. That may be it. Some people may have Jameis Winston, but other than that, I think the main two quarterbacks are J Love and Geno Smith.
yeah, I've got Jameis in my 32. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like the 32 is just the Wild West anyway.
So
But
if you do
yeah.
have any
So
of those players, these players are definitely someone that are spot starting.
yeah, and you shouldn't have whatever. So
A
I mean
Rod,
Drake May is kind of lingering out there. Yep, Aaron
like
Rodgers.
you said.
You would think Daniel Jones, but because teams are so well, because the Panthers are so easily run on by other teams, you can't even really throw Daniel in there because Tracy might get up all the yards, you know. So I would say Daniel Jones if he wasn't facing my Panthers. Uh but that's really it, man. Drake May, Aaron Rodgers, Daniel Jones for the following week. I mean, if you have to, if you got somehow you got Jameis Winston or Geno as your starting quarterback in their 10 or 12, and I guess you could get one of these guys, man. But yeah, it's ugly. It's ugly in the quarterback field. So running backs, man, what you think? Who we got?
Ooh, let's see who we got her.
Who you chopping at the bits?
Running back. So running backs are on bye. You got Jacobs, Kenneth Walker, and then those are at least the two main ones as far as like high draft picks. But then you got people like Alexander Madison, Nick Chubb. They're on bye as well. So we got some like I said, we these are some spot starts, to get while they are on bye. But dang, who is on here to get? I think the first one I would probably get is Ray Davis. Go ahead and grab Ray Davis on there. I think is he's not exactly getting a lot of touches, but he's definitely um um making it count
Producing.
anytime he gets
Yeah,
the
yeah.
opportunity. And it's always like a big play too, it seems like.
He's like Tony Pollard 3 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, so he's like that. So I think he should be rostered up in there if you want. And honestly, if I had, like a lot of these running backs are kind of that are on here that are even high on the list. A lot of them are kind of like you kind of like they're like what you call it, just stash like just waiting for an injury to happen, really.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you got
yeah.
a lot of people are like players like Tyler Algier, Jalen Warren. They're like on the top, but those are like handcuff
Mm-hmm.
roster spots, really. Like you're never really gonna start them. They're just safe to have, especially if you have their what you call it, their starting
For
counterpart,
sure,
really.
for sure, man. Yeah,
Hold on,
like you
let's
said, Blake Corum, even
yeah.
Garindo.
Yeah, he's someone that you can probably get, especially if you're a CMC owner, just because
Mhm,
we don't know how he's gonna look when he comes back. That's one, and then two,
mhm,
Jordan Mason is also banged up because he re-injured the shoulder, re-injured, not a brand new injury,
mhm, mhm.
re-injured. So they got two players that are possibly coming back from an injury. so we don't know how that's gonna look. So
Yep.
then you have that guy. He's the only fully healthy one, and he looks like just like any other running that plays under that system. He looks pretty good. So
Yep.
other than that, really, man.
I mean, you could would you stretch for Cam Akers?
Ooh,
Jones has already been banged up, I think twice this year.
probably not.
I don't,
Do
I
you
don't know. I
see?
hope you don't have to.
There was a trade that happened. Do you see? Khalil Herbert getting any good share of the ball?
Yeah, for sure. Because Chase Brown is not a, three down back per se. Yeah, they use him in the red zone, and he's the pass catching receiver. He's got the explosibility. Zach Moss was the not necessarily bell cow, but the power back, running between the tackles. So now that he's gone, I guess they said for the season, Khalil Herbert never proved himself in Chicago. He had a season like 3 or 4 years ago where he had a little stretch where he was doing kind of good. But other than that, it's been sprinkles here and there, but nothing for real. But I think they're going to force that role on him because I think they even said Chase Brown, um, he just doesn't have that kind of endurance in him. Not a great pass catcher. I mean, pass blocker. So they're going to have somebody else in there. The dude they used this past weekend looked kind of terrible. So yeah, Khalil Herbert might automatically give you like 5 or 6 points, maybe.
Yeah, and then I mean that might be it, really. Shoot.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
the
that's it.
trade the
That's
trade
definitely it.
deadline the trade deadline for the NFL that was today, right? Or was it
Yeah,
yes? It was
five
today.
o'clock, four
Okay,
o'clock, 4 or 5.
all right,
It was today. Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Okay,
So that's
okay,
a wrap.
all right. That's a wrap. Yeah, just a wrap. Just like
So
this
no
running.
Cooper Cup trade.
No Cooper Cup
That
because they
didn't happen.
realized they might they kind of getting hot now a little bit. Like a little bit.
No Bryce Young trade. Hey, so moving on, man. Receivers. Receivers, man. Jawan Jennings may be lingering out there because he was hurt and they coming off
Yeah,
bye.
I
You
mean
definitely gotta get that.
there is
You
some
have to
people.
get Jawan Jennings.
Yeah, because there are some weeks where he may end up being the WR1.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, you saw how they used him, it might have been 5 weeks ago. I mean, he didn't really do too much since then. I think he did post a pretty good game, like
And
two
CMC
games
back.
after that, like
So
a 50.
CMC back. So that might
Mm,
help a little bit.
probably,
So
maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you still got to get him just because he's got that connection with Brock. I mean, you're comfortable with him having a lot of touches. You got to have him if he's out there. Uh, I'm looking at Cedric Tillman on some lists, but that doesn't even make sense. He should already be picked up if he
yeah,
isn't, of course.
yeah,
Over
about
him,
two. Yeah.
I would honestly probably even get Tillman over Jennings for real. Um, and another person I see out here is I hate to say it, man, but it could be real.
Uh-oh.
Quentin Johnston.
Oh.
Quentin Johnston, man. It could be real. I don't know how, but he put up big numbers early this season, was hurt a little bit, put up more big numbers. He might be the one, man. You
Uh-huh.
might have to go get him. Lad McConkey getting all the intermediate route. Quentin Johnston taking the top. Hey, that's one pickup, man. If he's out there, go get him.
You know.
Who you like out here, man?
Um I guess for like a little spot start if you need it, especially if you have Drake London. Maybe you might want to go out there and get McLeod for a game.
Oh, yeah. Shoot,
He
maybe
got
get
his
McLeod.
he got
Really?
his he got his first touchdown last week, I think is what they said. But he is on the field quite a lot, really. So I mean, it's
Hmm.
just him getting the opportunity because yeah, I mean he's probably fourth in the pecking order if you want to include Brian Bijan. It would be like what Bijan, Drake London, and then Mooney. and then
Yeah,
maybe
and then
Pitts.
probably Pitts.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there I
because Pitts
forgot about
trying to
Pitts.
get
So
that
yeah, so
money.
he's like the fifth option, but with
Mhm.
Drake London out of there, he may get more opportunities. But like I said, this is possibly just a spot start. You're not gonna keep him. Um, what you gonna call it? How about your boy Demarcus Robinson, man?
Yeah, yeah, I like him too, man. Depending on who you have at receiver, say you got Jaden Reed, um, Cedric Tillman, these guys are on bye week, Jacoby Myers. If you got one of them, then you definitely got to go get Demarcus Robinson because he's getting like the quality touches.
Yeah.
You know, he what I don't remember his targets last game, but it was like 4 or 5, and he's got like 4 touchdowns in the last 3 games or something. Like it's quality touches, man. And I guess because he's wide open. I haven't really watched the games. I missed the Thursday night game with the Vikings, so I didn't really get to look at what was really happening.
Do you like any of
Yeah,
the Buccaneers receivers with as many injuries they got, or you don't trust anybody
I
except
don't.
maybe well, this I guess
Ju-
your tight
That's
end
just the
really,
tight
but
end, and there's no way he's on waivers. But just the tight end, and but also though Baker, man. If you got two quarterbacks and you got like Patty and Baker, and you still starting Patty, even what would just happened, you should be starting Baker. He's looking real, man. Chiefs did pretty, you know, um, pretty good at the pass coverage,
yeah, what you gonna
especially
call
with
it,
the pass rush.
Baker out
So
there dealing,
Baker, yeah,
yeah,
wheeling and dealing.
he out there dealing.
It was pretty impressive, man. I hate that we didn't just hang on to Baker, but he looked terrible, Carolina. Okay.
Yeah, is that it for the wide receivers?
That's it, man. Unless you want to go to deeper leagues, that's got to be it, man.
Ooh,
Westbrook Ikine could be an honorable mention. Um, that's really it. The dudes from Carolina, Leggett and Coker, that's going to be an experiment. So, like, if you're not in like a 16 or a 20, then you don't want to mess with them. You don't know what's going to happen. Bryce might fall back off the cliff. Red Rider, Red
how
Rocket, whatever.
how long is
Um,
T Higgins hurt for?
T hit. So that's a tough one, man. Cause
Because I feel like
is he doing like a I'm not gonna be too mean to you, Devontae Adams type move? Like I know he doesn't want to get traded. They already said they're not gonna sign him to a big contract. He's
because
probably hurt, but he's probably like he could go. But what would be the point in doing that? They can make their season better, but it's a slim chance. Like you got the Ravens and the Steelers in that division. The AFC is kind of they there's people you got the Bills are going to playoffs, Chiefs are going to playoffs, Broncos are probably going to the playoffs, Texans going to the playoffs. The Colts could make a fight to the playoffs. The Dolphins could make a fight to the playoffs. Um, that's going to be a tight race
because
in the AFC, man. So
I feel
the
like from
Bengals could
here
drop
now,
out of that.
I feel like from here on out, Joe Burrow about to be dealing. He about to be throwing that.
He
I
gonna
feel like
have to
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
because
He
T
has
Higgins is probably like,
because
if we're not about to
because
like go
what I'm
in,
saying
he's sitting.
what I'm saying is how about that dude that was putting in work at the beginning of the season when Higgins was out? He had like a few touchdowns while he was out.
Yossi Boss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
Yeah, him. Because I feel like Burrow about to be throwing
yeah,
at least 3 touchdowns a week.
yeah.
Because
So
they
I
got to
think
win
T
out.
Higgins
They got
knows
they
they're
got
not
to
gonna. Yeah, if they win, if they continue to win and go on a playoff trajectory, I bet you T Higgins will be all of a sudden,
because they
a
got to
little
win
more
out. So
hinged.
I mean, I just
Yeah,
feel like they got to win out. So I just feel like Burrow's gonna be
yeah,
aggressive. So I feel like that dude, whatever his name was, he might be a good pickup.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, just the T Higgins thing though. Like, I think he's hurt, but like I think he's being very cautious because what's the point in getting hurt for a team that's not going to pay me anyway?
Dang,
and that's fair
so
for
he don't
real.
play anymore.
That's I don't think he. I'm saying like he ain't gonna do the Devontae Adams, but he ain't gonna go out there if he ain't 100% either. Like it kind of seemed like Devontae was good. You know what I'm saying? Because he automatically played and going to a new team without really learning all of the offense. So T's been out there a few times this week and really produced. But I think he's just like, if I'm not like Kawhi a little bit right now, you know, I'm not gonna give him my all if I can go out here and get hurt, and then you're gonna mess up my big contract that I'm gonna get this summer. Somebody gonna give him a whole lot of money, like probably like 30 mil a year. So he's playing the smart role, and I ain't mad at it, man. I ain't mad at it. Um, tight ends, man. Who you got?
Shoot, we're the same team, baby. Gazeki.
Yeah, for sure,
I mean, he's basically
for
probably their
sure.
second
Yeah,
option. But
yeah, yeah. He is the second option,
mhm.
Seki for sure, and that's if T he continues to, be smart with his money, you got to get Gasecki and hold him. Because the T's are slim. Is Pitts real right now? Is that gonna be a real thing? Kelsey, I think that's gonna be a real thing. Um, Andrews, we don't know if that's gonna be real. So if you can get Gasecki, man, go ahead and get him.
Yeah, because I think
Hunter,
the main tight ends that are on bye are Bowers and Joku and Tucker Craft and Noah Fant. So those are four tight ends that you're gonna have to
yeah,
spot pick. So yeah, the
yeah,
first one I said was what's his name? Gizeki.
Gasecki,
And we just talked about it. Like T. Higgins may not play a few games, and I just feel like because of the situation that the Bengals are in, they basically got to win out to make it. So I just feel like Burrow's just gonna be aggressive the rest of the year. So I think Gazeki, instead of he may end up being someone you can keep. So I
yeah,
think
yeah.
so. Go ahead and pick him up, and I'm gonna go with one more. One more. How about um? I guess, man, because there's just times where he just goes off. But Cole Komet, go ahead and start him if you need to. So yeah, Cole Komet.
I look at Cole, man, as more of a streaming option if you
Yeah,
got
yeah.
Brock or something. Because yes, he's gonna have weeks where he gives you like a 20 or a 25, but it's only like three of those, and
Last week he
everything
got
else
no
is like
targets though.
five.
I don't think he got
Right,
no targets.
right, and that's been his whole career for real. That was
It
with
really
Justin
has.
Fields also. So I don't even know if that's like a quarterback thing or game scheme type thing, and who knows what Caleb got. I'm almost ready to sell on DJ Moore just because of Caleb.
Did you see
If
that
you get your
video
DJ
clip
Moore,
of DJ Moore walking to the sidelines in the middle of the play? Did he really just was there a reason or he really just walked? Yeah. That's
it
crazy.
looked it looked like he thought that Caleb was about to get tackled out of bounds though.
Oh, okay. I didn't really okay. I
Yeah,
really like
yeah, they kind of had him like cornered off a little bit, and he used the athleticism and did like the patty spin off turnaround thing, and yeah, he kept the play going, and it still didn't amount to nothing.
yeah, I know
I
he
don't
tired of
know.
I know he tired of that BS.
He ain't never had a good quarterback. Did he? No, Cam won't good when if he Cam and DJ won't. It doesn't matter because Cam was bad before DJ got there. Only tight end I got, man, and this is a hold if he's out there, Hunter Henry, man. Drake May's about to take over, take over. They already got a good rapport with him. Jacoby Brissett had him looking good a couple of weeks before they put Drake May in. So clearly he's a key cog in the offense. I think he gets like 5 or 6 targets a game. Got to roll 100 Henry. That's it. There's other names out there, but they ain't worth for them to get if you won't have. When these dudes that's on buy. Oh, surprise pick for y'all.
Uh
I'm
oh.
gonna pick up the Steelers and Chris Boswell if they were sitting on waivers. Hopefully this doesn't bite me in the ice.
Or Moody.
Yeah. Or Moody. Yeah,
He
yeah.
back. He's
He's
practicing
coming
now.
back.
He
He's coming back.
practicing. He
Yep.
back at practice.
Isn't it wild how he got hurt trying to tackle somebody, and then the very next week the kicker they put in there got hurt trying to tackle somebody? Like,
Mm-hmm.
is no one talking to these dudes? Kick the ball and chill, man. Come on out here like linebackers. But yeah, man. Chris Boswell, Jake Moody, Pittsburgh Steelers. Enjoy.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's all we got, man, for your waiver pickups. So I guess we're gonna move on to Thursday night football.
Dun, dun, dun,
Big game
dun.
right here. Big game, big game, big game.
Dun, 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 dun,
Man,
dun, 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 dun,
oh, that's basketball,
dun.
man. We got the basketball. Who we got? Got you. Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Playing at Baltimore, man.
So what?
So
Oh.
playing at Baltimore
Mhm.
Thursday night. I hate Thursday night games, man. How you feel about it?
They crazy because you're gonna have someone like Bateman get like two or get have Aguilar get like 2 touchdowns. Bateman about to have like 80 yards. Zay Flowers gonna have like 20 with like -2 yards rushing. Like that's how it be, yo.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yep, and then everybody's gonna have their money on Zay Flowers. It's gonna be
Yeah,
one of
he's
those
going to
games
touch me.
where they should have had it on Bateman and Aguilar.
Likely's going to get his touchdowns again. He's going to get like 2 touchdowns. Yeah, I hate the dang Thursday games, man. But who you want, man? Who you want? The Bengals or the Ravens for
Shoot,
your
man,
Thursday
give me
night?
that 3-time future MVP team.
Let's get it.
Mhm.
So we got the Cincinnati Bengals. You gotta start. What's it? Does he have a nickname other than
The
what's Joe
guy,
Burrow's
the
nickname?
guy from Home Alone.
Oh wow. So you got Joe Burrow. You gotta start him. You saw how he did against the Ravens last time. You saw what he did. I mean, it was the Raiders last game. He looks to be coming on, like we discussed earlier. He might have to wheel and deal, just like Ric Flair. He got the blonde hair anyway. Got to get out here and make it happen, man. Whether T. Higgins plays or not, the Ravens are pretty soft secondary, so shouldn't be a problem for Joe Burrow to look good again. Uh, you're gonna have to start Chase Brown. I've been starting him for like 4 weeks now. So
Mm-hmm.
even I got a team with Zach Moss and Chase, and I still start Chase. So of course you're gonna start him. Even though we said you're gonna pick Khalil up on waivers, you are not gonna start him. Maybe if you had Chase and Zach Moss, of course you pick him up and stash him, but we're not starting Khalil Herbert against the Ravens. They got a good rush defense. We know Chase Brown's just getting a red zone, so I still expect him to produce, even though he won't be able to run well. Definitely starting Jamar Chase. That's a no-brainer. Starting Mike Gesicki, no-brainer.
Yeah.
And if you're in a deeper league, man, or you got a receiver on by, you could probably start Yasi Vaz, man. You probably could do it, especially if T's not playing. Get away with that. Um,
Get with it.
yeah, and that's all you rolling with, man. That's your Bengals starts for week 10.
All right. Now for the Baltimore Ravens, we are definitely starting the 3-time future MVP, Lamar Action Jackson. You think he about to get MVP?
As how is going this year, he should.
Okay, yeah. I'm getting MVP. That's my
He
dog.
should.
My dog. And Then next one, Derrick Henry. Of course, you're starting King Henry. No doubt about it. I don't know if you've been seeing them betting lines, but his damn touchdown shit is like negative 300. That shit ain't even worth it. And then for 2 touchdowns, it'd be like plus 100. I'm like, geez.
That's rough.
But anyway, yes, you start Derrick Henry. And I guess in some deeper leagues, you can start Justice Hill. Like every 2 or 3 games, he's gonna bust out with some double digits. But then like the next two are like single. So it's like every 3 games he's producing. But in a deeper league, yes, you can probably go ahead and plug him into. And then as for wide receivers, I mean, the only one you can honestly confidently start is Zay Flowers, of course. Bateman. Well, I forgot about Deontay Johnson. I forgot he on that team.
Yeah, yeah. I think you can
I
start
would
both of them.
start. Yeah, I think Zay Flowers and Deontay Johnson will probably be starts. Like, I don't know how that situation is gonna be, or how it will be between who Johnson and Bateman.
I think Johnson, man. Johnson is the better player. Like they just have Bateman. You know what I'm saying? He's been there a long time. He's got a good connection with Lamar, so they'll still have plays for him. But they brought in Deontay Johnson for a reason. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do something. I expect him to get like 4 targets.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
For
And
sure.
then if you want, and then tight ends, we're gonna go ahead and start up Mark Andrews. Isaiah Likely, probably not. You can honestly probably drop Isaiah Likely by now. You can probably drop him.
Yeah. I'm holding on to him in one league, and it's not the best thing I did. You're probably right. I'm gonna
And
look him up.
then that's it. You know, I don't know if I want to play their defense because yeah, I just think that the situation that the Bengals are in, I just think they have to score every game. So I don't know if I would be playing defenses against a team where they have to win and it's gonna take a
Yeah,
scoring because they don't have no defense. So
yeah,
they're just gonna be looking to score every time. So
yeah. That's a
I don't
good
know if
take.
you, yeah, I don't know if you play them. So, but yeah, that's it for them.
Hey man,
Let's
it's
talk about
looking like.
but yeah, that's it really.
What you want to talk about?
I was about to say let's talk about D Hop. He out there wilding.
Man, it's about to get ugly out there.
He out there wilding.
Kansas City just got so good, and it just looked dangerous, man. Like
They got
dang, and you know Pacheco coming back in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
they better they
They
better
are loaded. They
what you
got
call it
weapons
they
everywhere.
what you call it and they not gonna they not just gonna move Hunt out the way either. They about to use a two back.
No,
They about to use double
yeah,
backs. They about to have Pacheco as that
yeah.
power back and let Hunt run out of that backfield. Ooh, it's about to get nasty. You
It's
got
gonna be like
Kelsey. You got Kelsey
Chubb
getting
and
double digit
Hunt.
catches again now, and then with D Hop out there, oh, it's about to get nasty. That just
And then
opens
even
up
though Worthy,
Kelsey. Oh, Worthy too. I forgot he may start getting a little bit better with. Yeah,
because now he's really gonna be wide open.
looking crazy out there.
They went from we have no weapons to we're loaded. Watch when Pacheco come back. They're gonna be scoring like probably like 35 a game, man.
So, well, here's the. So let's add a little. So if you have Pacheco, go out there and try to get Hunt, and if you have Hunt, go out there and try to get Pacheco.
Man, I got Pacheco in the main league, and I was able to get him off waivers last weekend. I had to go without a kicker in the game just so I could claim Pacheco and then put him in the IR spot. So I got him in 2 teams, I was able to get no Kareem Hunt, man.
You
But I'm
said
excited.
someone dropped Pacheco?
Somebody dropped him, man. I was like, yeah, bet,
Yo, it might
bet,
have been in
bet.
your league. I can't remember. But someone traded for Chris Godwin and it was after the injury. Are you in that league?
I didn't see that.
So it
Nah,
was after he got hurt.
yeah,
And it was already
yeah,
confirmed he was out for the season. I was like, what's this man doing?
that is rough. Maybe somebody had sent that trade, and then when he got hurt, someone who like they didn't put like the expiration on it, and then they just accepted it. Maybe that's what happened. Or for sure, no.
Man, but is there any other news, Jay? Out there in the fantasy football world?
No, man. No, the trade deadline wasn't that exciting.
It wasn't, man.
It's really nothing, man. There
When's the
was a
next time we
person
going
that,
live to discuss these
man,
fantasy Thursday night football, and then we'll do starts and sit-ons. We're gonna do it for real this time.
yeah, man. Let's what what mornings are you off?
Shoot, I'm able to do it Friday night, Saturday night.
Friday night, man.
Yeah, Friday night, 7 p.m. you already know
7
what. You
p.m.
already know
Yes.
how many degrees
Yes.
out there gonna be out there. What time?
Ah,
7:95,
right.
7 p.m. 95. You already know. But any man, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Hit that like, hit that sub, and what else, Jay?
Man, if y'all ain't rung the bell yet to
Ding.
know when we coming at you, shame on you. Shame. I need to get a bell and start.
Get that red nose
Yeah,
bell.
man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Christmas coming up,
The
you know.
red nose bell. No, not that one. The
I
red
know,
nose.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and shout out to Honeysuckle Gelato over there in Cary. Got this birthday milkshake that I'm sipping on while we was doing this. Pretty foam. But I'll be honest with you though. So you know how like those ice cream spots, they have ice cream and then they have like milkshakes, right?
Mhm.
So the reason why I get milkshakes are because over the ice cream, or is because the mobility, the mobility. You feel me? Like if like the mobility. Like it may be an extra few dollars, but hey, you gonna be worried about that ice cream melting. You gotta use two hands. It's spilling all over the bowl, spilling out over the cone. Guess what? I got this thing using one hand. If it melts, it ain't spilling anywhere because it's a cup. It's easy to drink. Like the mobility. It's an extra $3, but hey, it's all about the mobility. Especially if you gotta drive and you're walking around and you're like, maybe shopping, so you got a bag in your hand. Like it's just the mobility is just what makes it better.
Hey,
Right? Yeah, like
I,
like
I
cuz I was
definitely
out
agree
this
with
weekend and I was out with a group of people. They all had stuff in their hands and they got to use two hands to eat. And I'm over here free as a bird, you feel me? Like, "Oh, you need help? You need help? I got free hands." Like
I ain't mad at you. I like it. I like it.
But yeah. So I think that is it for tonight. We'll be on again on Friday night. You already know. So, yeah, we out of this piece. All right, Jay.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in. Like you said, man. Holla at y'all on Friday.
At what
Um,
time?
7 p.m.
Yeah, 95 degrees.
7 p.m.
Not really
You hear
7
me?
p.m. I just like the song, y'all.
Maybe somewhere in there. Maybe somewhere.
Oh, yeah, it'll be somewhere in there. Yeah. All right, y'all.
I mean,
Latest.
y'all won't be worried because the bell will be ringing. So
Oh, yeah,
see
that's
y'all
right.
in
You
the
don't got to
morning.
worry about it because you about to get that notification.
Yeah. See y'all then.
All right.